Namaskara. I want to ask you a question. If someone tells you that if you massage the center of your eyebrows, the Bhrumadhya, in the modern lexicon, the third eye chakra, the Ajna, every day, your entire day will be calm. You will not have any stress. You will not suffer from any ailments. You will take better decisions. Intuitively, you will know lots of things. You will be guided to take better decisions. Your health will be excellent, and its overall will be beneficial to everything. Will you do that? Definitely. Most of us will jump into it. Who doesn't want a peaceful, good day? We all want to. We don't want to have stress, we don't want to have anger, we don't want to suffer from insomnia. We all want a healthy, happy, fruitful day, right? But if I ask you, will you put kumkum or tilak or bindi every day? Most of us would say, probably no. It is a religious identity. We don't want to do that. Kumkum, this is so old-fashioned. Who puts kumkum every day? You go to temple, somebody gives you that red powder, you put it, that's it. And immediately we have seen many politicians do that. They have attached kumkum or a tilak with a Hindu identity that they don't want it. As soon as you come out, you will just remove it. We don't want the kumkum because it's a religious identity, it's a Hindu identity. If you are a Hindu, still you do that. We don't mind carrying our corporate identity. We very proudly we will tell, I work in Google, I work in Microsoft, I work in TCS. The identity card very proudly we display. We will talk a lot about our family, our work. We don't mind wearing a school uniform, office uniform. That's our identity that we don't have a problem displaying it. But when it comes to tilak, when it comes to putting that red dot on your forehead, we shy away, thinking that we will be telling the world that we are Hindus. We are telling the world that this is our identity, and it's very old-fashioned. It makes no sense. Really? Do you think our ancestors, our elders, put a ritual just for the sake of beauty, just for the sake of doing it, without any meaning attached to it? No, we never bothered to study about it or read about it, and our education system is such that it too doesn't bother. So slowly, even if our kids don't do that, we ourselves we don't do. Only in the temple we take the aarti and we put a little bit of kumkum. And kumkum is also of all sorts of powders. It has forgotten its original intention long ago. And we will also think that, we are thinking and we are doing it. We will just put any designer stuff, anything, we'll simply put it on our forehead. And most of the times, we don't. It doesn't go with our stylish Western clothing. So we don't do that. Let me tell you, that's the reason I asked you in the beginning of this, that will you do the massage if someone tells that your day will go well, your kids will be intelligent, your entire nervous system, your endocrine system will be stimulated, will you do that? Most of us think that is a yes. Putting a tilak or kumkum on the center of the two eyebrows has a very scientific, making sense kind of a reason, because our ancestors knew that center of the forehead is a point where the body's nervous system can be stimulated. How? This is the point where the pituitary gland, where the hypothalamus, pituitary gland is a master gland. In the medical terminology, it is called as a master gland because it controls the functions, the secretions of all the other glands in our body, all the endocrinal system of our body, be it thyroid, be it adrenaline. It controls all the other glands. So pituitary is a master gland. And hypothalamus, the part of the brain, which is in the backside of the brain, controls pituitary. So together, they will control the entire body. They will control the secretions which will make you feel angry, which will make you feel euphorious, which will make you feel lots of other things. Also the health. So it's also the reason for your sexual drive. It's also the reason for various emotions. Particularly for women, it is the reason it will control the desires, the menstrual cycle, all these things. All the nerves which will go through the body are controlled by pituitary, and pituitary is controlled by hypothalamus, and the adrenal gland which is situated. We often hear about the adrenal rush, the sports people, athletics, you do something, you have this adrenal rush. Adrenal is a word which is on the kidney, the gland is on the kidney, so it's adrenal. Adrenal gland secretes hormones which are controlling lots of functions in the body, and adrenal is controlled by the pituitary. In the medical terminology, it's called hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis. It's a triangle, and all this control, the axis point, the controlling point can be accessed, can be stimulated through your forehead. It can be stimulated. Pituitary is also connected to the limbic system of the body. Let's not get too deeper into the medical science. You can Google it, you can check it. So this entire system of the body can be accessed through a single point on our forehead. In spiritual terms, it is also called the Ajna Chakra, which is the reason for all your intuitions, all your inner light, all your guidance, and all those things. Let's not get into that as well. But in the simple terms of body anatomy, of the physical well-being, the center in the forehead between our eyebrows, which we call Bhru Madhya, can be stimulated, should be stimulated, massaged a little bit, so that your entire day goes well. That's the reason, if you tell all this to your kids, they may tend to forget, they may not understand, they may not bother also. So very intelligently, what our ancestors did, they put this entire knowledge into a ritual, which is putting a red dot on your forehead, and that red dot is with kumkum. Kumkum is the traditional way of Bharatiya kumkuma is mixing lime with turmeric. Today world over, turmeric is called curcumin, and they use it for all sorts of disease. There was a huge patent war on curcumin, but this curcumin along with the lime makes kumkum, and that is the kumkum we are supposed to put on our forehead, not any color. Why red? Red is always the most attractive. Anybody's attention, the moment they see red, we say red. Red is flagging, it is calling for attention. If you put the red dot or a bindu or kumkum or a tilak, traditionally it's called tilak, on your forehead, the attention goes on that part. If you have a stimulated open ajna or the third eye chakra, it will be easier for you to have a proper communication with the other person. It's easier for you to assess the situation. So this is another reason that we are asked to put a red color tilak on our forehead. One is scientifically, it is the connecting center of the major axis in our body which controls all other systems. Another thing is red as a color, even scientifically, aesthetically, will help in drawing the attention. But as usual, we have forgotten, we don't care, we don't bother to ask a question or probe to know why we are doing what we are doing. Either we will blindly follow something or else we will blindly reject something. Bharatiyas were known to ask questions. We were known to dig deeper. Nachiketa asked his own father, why you are doing this? You don't need to accept anything blindly. You don't need to follow anything thinking that it is a blind ritual which we are supposed to do. No gods will be angry if we don't do a thing. But it's our responsibility to know, to dig deeper, to understand why we are doing what we are doing. With that note, even if you are not wearing kumkum to your office, to the workplace, to school, to colleges, it's fine. But every morning after taking a bath, when you see yourself in the mirror, try to put the kumkum on your forehead by pressing the center. so that your entire day goes well. Your entire day, your body supports, entire day, your endocrine system supports you. You have a good day. Please do that. Observe yourself if it is making any change, and let's talk further after that. Thank you. Namaskar.